The Ninja BN701 looks powerful on paper, but specs don't always tell the full story. To see how it actually performs, we put it through 5 different tests, from smoothies and protein shakes to almond butter and ice crushing. Some results impress us, others expose clear weaknesses. After all 5 tests, here's what you should know before buying one. I'm Tina and welcome back to our ShouldIt's Blender series. The first thing to look at is distinctive blade assembly. Instead of having blades only at the bottom, it uses 6 sharp blades positioned at different levels inside the container. The idea is to reach ingredients from top to bottom, not just what sits near the base. And the blender itself is about 17 inches tall, so it may feel a bit tall under lower cabinets. But at around 8 pounds, it isn't too heavy to move around when you need to. The build quality is decent overall, with a solid motor base and simple controls, but the plastic container does feel less premium than what you usually get on more expensive blenders. And that's what you get on the outside. Now let's get into the testing. But before we jump in, you can also check out how ShouldIt's tests 4-side blenders. It explains how we test, what we look for, and how each score connects to the blender's performance. From there, we'll begin with the green smoothie test. Number 1. Green smoothie. For this test, we blended kale, apple, banana, pineapple, and milk. The Ninja quickly blended the fruits, producing a smooth mixture in just 30 seconds with no noticeable chunks. However, it had a harder time with the kale. Large leafy strips remained, and even after 3 more minutes of blending, the smoothie still wasn't completely smooth. Since the texture changed very little with extra blending time, it's clear that the Ninja BN701 struggles more with leafy greens than softer ingredients like fruit. If you want to make green leafy smoothies, this isn't the blender for you. There are more suitable blenders comparable both in price and power ratings. Green smoothie, 4.6 out of 10. Number 2. Frozen fruit smoothie. Next up, we move to a frozen fruit smoothie with mango, pineapple, strawberries, and a little milk. Compared to the green smoothie test, the blender handled this one better, but the process wasn't exactly smooth. It took about 4 minutes to finish, which was almost 4 times longer than the fastest blender in this test. We also had to stop and scrape the mixture down more than once because somehow it just kept getting pushed to the sides and top of the container. The main issue seems to be the stack blade design. It looks smart because the blades reach different levels of the container, but in this test, they didn't pull the ingredients down very well. On the bright side, the final drink did turn out smooth enough, with only a little strawberry skin left behind, so the result was fine, but getting there took more time and effort than we expected. Smoothie, 6.5 out of 10. Number 3. Protein shake. For this round, we make a batch of protein shake with oat, almonds, dried blueberries, protein powder, and milk. This was probably the hardest recipe so far because it had dry, firm, and sticky ingredients all in one mix. The Ninja BN701 needed around 4 minutes to fully blend it. That isn't fast, and it seems to come back to the same issue we saw before. The blades don't always move heavier ingredients into the blending path very effectively. But the final result was very good. The shake came out smooth and easy to drink with only a few tiny bits of almond and blueberry skin remaining. So even though it was low, the result was worth it. Protein shake, 7.6 out of 10. Number 4. Almond butter. For this test, we used 2 cups of frothed almonds and ran the Ninja BN701 at its highest speed. The blender actually broke the almonds down very quickly at the beginning. In less than 30 seconds, most of the almonds had already turned into a coarse-sanding mixture. So in terms of raw riding power, the Ninja BN701 didn't struggle much. The harder part came after that. Once the almonds started releasing oil and turned into a thicker paste, the mixture became much harder to move around the jar. The blade kept pushing the almond mixture outward, while only the ingredients sitting close to the blade continued to blend properly. Because of that, we had to stop the blender several times, strap the sides, and push the mixture back toward the center. Each time, the bottom would get smoother, but the thicker almond base along the walls would stay almost still until we had moved it back down. After about 5 minutes, the Ninja BN701 produced a decent almond base. It was thick, spreadable, and usable, but not perfectly smooth or creamy like store-bought almond butter. Almond butter, 7.8 out of 10. Number 5. Ice crushing. Finally, we tested how well the blender could handle 12 ounces of ice, and right after we started the machine, the ice was poured down into the blades very quickly. There was no long waiting time, no big pieces bouncing around at the top, and no need to stop and check the container. The blades crushed through the ice fast and kept the mixture moving the whole time, so it finished the task in less than 30 seconds, leaving on the ice with a light, fluffy, snow-like texture. We have tested many blenders with this same challenge, but the Ninja BN701 delivered one of the fastest and cleanest results. Ice crushing, 10 out of 10. So taking all 5 tests into account, this BN701 achieved an overall performance rating of 6.6 out of 10. The Ninja BN701 is a nice blender for the right kind of user. If your main goal is making fruit smoothies or crushed ice, it does that very well. We also like how simple the control panel is. The preset programs also make the blender easier to use, especially if you don't want to adjust the speed or timing yourself. That said, this blender isn't as smooth with tougher recipes such as green smoothies. There are also a few small drawbacks. The container picked up some light scratches after testing, though the machine still worked fine. The blade area was harder to clean than the rest of the container, so it may need extra care after use. The blender was also loud, measuring around 99 decibels, but this is still acceptable if you only use it for short periods. So while the Ninja BN701 isn't perfect, it is still a solid choice for affordable blending. That's it for our review of the Ninja BN701 blender. You can find more details through the link in the description or explore other options in our ShouldIt's blender series. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you catch our upcoming reviews. Thanks for watching ShouldIt, and see you in the next video. Bye!